A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a historic moment for the United Kingdom, Rachel Reeves, the newly appointed Finance Minister and Chancellor of the Exchequer, delivered her first budget speech in Parliament, marking a significant shift in the country's economic landscape. This budget, the first ever delivered by a woman in this role, comes as the Labour Party seeks to rejuvenate the economy after a prolonged period of stagnation and to restore public services that have suffered under years of Conservative governance. In her nearly 80-minute address, Reeves announced a staggering £40 billion, $51.8 billion, tax increase, aimed primarily at businesses through higher payroll taxes, alongside increased capital gains and inheritance taxes. This bold move is designed to address the black hole in public finances left by the previous government and to secure new funding for the National Health Service (NHS), which has been under immense pressure following the COVID-19 pandemic. "The choices that I have made today are the right choices for our country," Reeves stated firmly, acknowledging the difficult nature of these decisions but emphasizing their necessity for long-term stability and growth. The Labour Party, having returned to power with a significant majority in July's general election after 14 years in opposition, views this budget as a critical opportunity to outline its economic agenda and priorities. Prime Minister Keir Starmer highlighted that the budget would serve as a guiding light for the government's focus on financial stability, public service improvement, and investment encouragement. Reeves had previously warned citizens to brace for difficult choices, suggesting that the pain experienced now would lead to greater rewards in the future. The government aims to position Britain as the fastest-growing economy in the group of 7 nations, a challenge that will require careful navigation of public sentiment and economic realities. Among the most notable aspects of the budget was Reeves' commitment of £25 billion, $32.5 billion, to the NHS, an essential lifeline for a healthcare system grappling with record waiting lists. This funding is part of a broader strategy to restore and enhance public services that have been left cash-starved in recent years. The tax increases will primarily affect businesses, with a 1.2 percentage point rise in Social Security contributions for employers, raising the rate to 15% starting in April next year. This change, along with lowering the threshold for contributions, is projected to generate an additional £25 billion annually over the next 5 years. Company leaders have expressed concerns that these tax hikes, coupled with new worker protections and an increased minimum wage, could hinder Labour's aspirations to transform the UK into a leading economic powerhouse. However, Reeves remains steadfast in her commitment to ensuring that those with the greatest financial capacity contribute more to the recovery effort. The budget also includes revisions to capital gains tax rules and measures targeting private equity executives and non-domiciled residents, aiming to create a fair tax landscape. Furthermore, Reeves has ruled out raising basic and higher income tax rates for individuals, opting instead to maintain the current thresholds until their scheduled expiration in 2028 to 29. In a bid to alleviate some of the financial burdens on consumers, the Chancellor extended a freeze on fuel duty and announced a tax cut on draft beer served in pubs, measures that are likely to be welcomed by both the public and the hospitality industry. Initial reactions to Reeves' budget speech have been cautiously optimistic, with government bond prices rising, suggesting investor confidence in her plans. The Institute for Fiscal Studies noted that the proposed tax increases would account for approximately 1.25% of the UK's economic output, a significant adjustment not seen since the early 1990s. As the Labour Party embarks on this ambitious path to rebuild the economy and restore public services, the coming months will be critical. The government faces the daunting task of balancing the need for increased revenue with the expectations of a populace weary from years of austerity. Ultimately, Rachel Reeves' inaugural budget sets the stage for a transformative period in British politics, one that seeks to redefine the relationship between the government, its citizens, and the economy. The success of these measures will depend on the government's ability to communicate the necessity of these changes and to deliver on the promises made to the electorate. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, but with a clear vision and a commitment to investment and growth, the Labour Party hopes to steer the UK towards a brighter economic future. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.